Hi, I'm Atali. I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. Today we're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of January 3rd through the 9th, 2019. We have the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and the union energies. We're going to be looking at the recent past with what's been going on at the end of December. We're going to be focusing on this week, the 3rd through the 9th. Sorry, my divine masculine is calling me right now. It's kind of cute. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. And then we're going to go into what's been going to go on in the middle of January. If you're new to my channel, you can always subscribe for weekly twin flame energy readings. And if you'd like a reading from me, I am now accepting readings for the new year. You can always email me for more information below. I would say thank you so much to all those that have subscribed, that like, comment, share, and donate. It means so much to me. It means so much to my soul mission. It just makes me want to give back more and more. And on that topic, to start off the new year, Happy New Year, by the way, in a positive vibe, I am giving out one free reading, and some of you know how this works. I just use the random comment picker. I will be choosing before my next post, which is on the 10th, and it's just random. I'll reach out to you when you have been selected. Alright, so with that, let's get started. What's been going on with the union energies last week of December into the first couple of days of January? Both twins are deciding that they don't want to wait for communication. They don't want to wait for an offer to come in. They don't want to wait for someone else, for their twin or someone else in their life to tell them this is what you should do next. I feel like both the twins have been, by themselves enough, or sat with themselves and had conversations with their higher selves, your spirit guides, with the universe, whatever you want to call it, enough to know that you can make moves, you can communicate, and without expecting anything back. If you want to wish your twin a happy new year, wish them a happy birthday, or wish them a good day, even just oh, I hope you're having a good day, hey, it's been a while, whatever it is. If you're ready to communicate with your twin, you can do it without expecting anything back, without expecting communication back, without expecting things to go the way you hope they would. It's just if I want to make moves, I'm going to have it on my own terms. If I'm going to go after this job, or decide to move here, or talk to someone else I'm also interested in, I'm not going to let my twin flame make that kind of decision for me, or influence that decision for me. I'm going to make it on my own accord. And I feel like both twins are now stepping up, communicating, making action in their own lives, and in terms of where they stand with their twin, and just gonna, do what they feel is right. Yeah, for the Divine Feminine, we have the World in reverse with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Divine Feminine is definitely feel in their heart that they have made a huge transition and movement forward in their lives. They put in a lot of hard work in their last cycle, and they are moving forward no matter what. They already have. The Divine Feminines have already stepped into this new cycle, already have been thinking about the next move to make, making those moves. The Divine Feminines, we had a lot of heavy major arcana energies. We have the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, the Magician card. Very profound energies for the Divine Feminine in the past week. During the, New Year's portal. Even right now, feeling like they're getting a lot of love from the universe. I feel like a lot of feminists felt this, even waking up, couple days before New Year's, and even the 1st and 2nd, just waking up and feeling a different energy, feeling a different vibe, feeling like you just want to get up and do things. You might have been more productive, proactive, and maybe just like a version of spring cleaning, but for the new year. Let me get all the things I need to get done in order to not procrastinate and move forward with the plans I had. And the universe is giving back a lot of love and synchronicities, even visions, a lot of confirmation. Maybe it's like easy to speak to your higher self or your guides or your intuition. It's just like you're having a conversation with your higher self, and you can easily where is this energy coming from? Oh, it's because I'm being activated, or my junk DNA is being activated. I'm being kind of prepped. I'm being prepped for what's to come in the rest of January. I'm going to be meeting people more my vibe this year. That's cool. Oh, I'm gonna get that idea. I'm gonna work on that idea that I just got. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. So getting working with the divine much easier. And right now it's just kind of you're flowing with it. You're getting these ideas. You're just going with it. It's like, oh, did I just see a huge sign that was, really random and weird out of nowhere? Yeah, I did. What does it mean? Probably this. All right, I'm just gonna go with it. So with the Magician card and the 2 of Wands in your physical space, Divine Feminines, you are just going with the flow here. You're following your heart. You're following your instinct. This could be more on I feel like why am I stuck in traffic, or why didn't I get this phone call back in time? Why am I waiting around for this to happen? It's because things are happening in divine timing. This is probably happening to me right now, so something else can line up for me later in the day. And you're just kind of going with the flow. You're just kind of accepting things as they are and feeling like I am where I'm supposed to be, and things are happening the way they're supposed to. So I'm not even going to question it. I'm just going to go with it. Yeah. Feeling like a heavy burden is lifted off of you. I feel like a lot of you have gone through a lot of weird emotions in the last couple of days. When you're getting all of this energy, when you're getting hit hard with these energies and kind of upgrading, it kind of can come off like all these emotions rising to the surface. It could be sadness for a lot of you, or frustration, or anger, and you can tell it's wow, I'm not normally like this, and this is I'm just on edge right now. I'm just feeling a lot of electricity in the air, and just letting it go, going with the flow, doing what you have to, which is gonna produce huge results in January for you, Divine Feminines. Just wait till I get there. Divine Masculines, here, the Knight of Cups with the Moon card, clarified by the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Swords in reverse. The Divine Masculine may have reached out to you recently. If not in the physical, definitely energetically. You might have had a strong dream about it. You might have had a feeling that they were in your presence. Energy works in such a different way than the physical. It's kind of sometimes hard to explain, but you might have felt their energetic presence physically. And for a lot of Divine Masculines, I'm feeling this is 50-50. They may have communicated with you, they may have wanted to and then didn't. So, the Knight of Swords is kind of they really wanted to and they were about to and they did, or they were about to and they didn't. But it's they wanted to communicate with the Divine Feminine in a way that was honest, maybe even brutally honest, but in most cases, just feeling like there's someone else in the world that isn't spewing out BS, that's just being honest and isn't trying to manipulate them or try to get something out of them or try to, work the masculines for their benefit. They just want to talk to the feminine because they want to know that they have someone out there. Like, yes, there's someone out there that is just honest, who wants the best for me, who understands me, and will just have like an honest conversation with me and tell me what's real, tell me what's up, So that's why they want to communicate with you very, very strongly. And they might have, and even if they had communicated with you, it might have not been exactly what's on their mind, even though they wanted to. It might have been just a step towards that. For some, I'm feeling like just communicating with you and opening that line of communication was a huge step forward. For others of you who have been in a little communication, a lot of communication, it's like they've been wanting to say something that's resonates with them more deeper, that's more important than anything else that they've ever said before, and they want to say it to you. It might be regarding their life, it might be regarding your mutual life, but it's something important that they want to say to you, and they've been wanting to say it for a while. Yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of masculines made the first step, but haven't fully gotten to expressing that yet. Okay, so in their headspace last week, we had the 9 of Wands in reverse with the Hangman and the 10 of Pentacles. The Divine Masculines also, this is mirroring the Divine Feminine's headspace, feeling like they put in a lot, their heart space. Okay, yeah, feeling like they've already put in a lot of hard work. Feeling like they're ready to make moves towards their life and not just moves towards one new thing. Like, I need more money, so I'm going to get a better job. I want to practice my leadership skills, so I want this other position. I want to spend time with my family more, so I'm going to, start visiting or calling up my family more. Instead of just doing one thing, the Divine Masculines are visualizing how they could make progress in all these things at once and not just focusing in on one thing, which Masculines tends to do is just focus on one thing and try to work on that, but they're trying to create a real balance in their life with making progress in a lot of things one step at a time instead of just focusing on one thing and kind of letting other things go by the wayside. And yeah, in their physical space, again, we had the Knight of Swords with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. No doubt the masculines want to communicate with the Divine Feminines. It's like no doubt they want to. Whether they do or not, they have free will. It's, is it the right timing for them or not? Depending on your individual twin flame path. But it's very clear the Divine Masculines kind of want to step forward with their truth in a way that they haven't been heard before. I feel like Divine Masculines they're like standing up for themselves, standing up for their thoughts, their plans, their reasons. And they're not playing anymore. It's like they've made this decision that they want to do this, whatever this is in their life, and they're not playing anymore. And they're going to be, maybe before they were entertaining the thought, like they're telling people like, oh yeah, I kind of like, like this Divine Feminine. It'd be nice to like be with them. Or, I kind of like this kind of career I was thinking about switching. And then like, taking a lot of stuff from other people, negative stuff. Like, oh yeah, you're thinking about that. That's never gonna work. Oh, you're thinking about that person. Yeah, right. Like, you guys are nothing alike, or something. You know, like just hearing of it. So now it's like, you know, they like laugh it off or something and act like it doesn't like matter. But now they're just like, if someone says something, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna tell my truth. I don't care if they take it the wrong way, or if it hurts them, or they feel like, oh wow, this came out kind of strongly. They're like, you know, like, you know, they're really ready to speak their truth. Wow. Okay, so what's happening this week, the 3rd through the 9th of January? We have the King of Swords with the 4 of Wands and the Moon card. The 1111 card, the Twin Flame card, with the King of Swords. So we have here the masculines with 2 Knight of Swords, and then they graduate to the King of Swords. And the Divine Feminines here, feeling like they, you know, feel like they're communicating with their higher selves a lot stronger, with their spirit guides, with the universe, with gods, with their angels, with their subconscious mind, wherever you want to believe. They're feeling like they're having better communication with them internal bodies, much stronger. That they feel it's okay not to get that communication back in the physical because they're not expecting it back. But then what happens, right, when you don't expect anything but you put your love energy out there, you get that communication, you get that love back, you get that positive energy back. It flows like, as you want to be receptive, and also you are love, you give love, you receive love. So you want to be love, you want to give out love, and then, you know, when you give out love, that love is also coming back. So you have to be receptive to that. You have to be able to receive it back when it comes back. And you could do that by, you know, when someone offers you help. I know sometimes there's a lot of pride and like, no, I can do everything myself. But allowing people to help you, allowing people to give you advice, allowing people to, you know, give you their love back, accepting the way that they communicate love to you, is receiving that love, and you're going to receive more and more of that love. Divine Feminines, and for you, Divine Masculines, it's like you're showing love to yourself by communicating what you're not going to no longer take, and what's important to you, and standing up for what you believe in. So you see that how that twin flame journey always mirrors each other. And this is very profoundly going to affect the twin flame journey very strongly these next couple of weeks in January, the first half of January. I feel like both parties are focusing on that one thing that they need to do in order to start this new cycle with the twin flame again. Twins don't even know. The twins don't even know what's coming. I feel like this is like, you guys are so focused on what's spiritually important in your life right now that you guys don't even know how much this is helping your twin flame journey, and how profoundly this is helping you in your happy marriage and happy home life in the future. I feel like this is a time where your spirit guides, your angels, your universe, whatever, is helping you to focus on yourself in preparation for this better union. And you're not supposed to know how that better union is going to occur. Yeah. But you'll start seeing things in the physical for your own success, for your own individual spiritual success. So Divine Feminine is going to start seeing physical things happen in her life, or his or her life, and then the Masculine is going to see physical things happen in his or her life too. Because of the spiritual work you put in, because you've recognized this new spiritual cycle and what you want to be doing in this new spiritual cycle, what you want to be working on, what you're grateful for from the past spiritual cycle, and what you want to see happen in the spiritual cycle. That's doing the spiritual work, is focusing on this new spiritual cycle, being grateful for the past spiritual lesson, and focusing on what you want for this current spiritual cycle. Recognizing something you can and something you want to work on. The Divine Feminines, this is the new idea. This is the new thing in your spiritual cycle. This could be a new home, a new relationship, a new career path, a new job, a new passion project, a new family member, a new hobby, a new source of income, and the possibilities are endless. This is depending on where you are in your own individual spiritual path. But this is something that you feel bad leaving something else behind for. So it might be like, oh yeah, you wanted to maybe enter a new relationship or break up with someone, but then you're realizing, oh, actually what's in focus right now is my career, and like I just got this opportunity, I have to follow up on it, and this is what's important to me right now. Or you really, really want to move, and you're like, oh, you know what, this is the new year, I'm going to focus on moving into a bigger home or moving into a different city, and this is like what I want to do. And then you come up with a spark of an idea. It's like, nope, I know I have to work on this. This is the career of my lifetime. This is my heart is saying I have to do this. And like, you know, it's hard leaving something else that you might have thought you were going to focus on, but knowing that this is going to be for your highest and best good. Yeah, because in your headspace, you know this is the right thing to do. You know it's the right move. And you even, like, you're being okay with, like, not working on this project and working on that project instead. And you're very okay with it. You understand that this project is more important to you, is probably gonna, in the long run, help you out more. So you're okay with it. You're at peace with it. In your mind, you're, like, totally, like, it's like, this is reasonable. This is, you know, yeah, something I wanted for a long time now, but this is so much more important to me. And this is like now. The moment is now. So you take that. And so for your physical space, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Emperor and the Pentacles. I'm going to get back to this in a second because it really connects with the masculine's physical space, because they have this in their physical space. Okay, so for the masculine's heart space this week, we have the masculines, again, getting over some sort of heartbreak of not communicating with the Divine Feminine before, or not communicating in the way they wanted to, or not standing up for what they believed in, or doing what they believed in the past, and being bored and kind of like feeling like they wasted time. They're feeling like they are getting over that kind of sadness that was in their hearts. There was like this underlying sadness while they were dealing with all the stuff from last year about, you know, not doing what they wanted to do, feeling so much time is going by without them actually doing things that are important to them, or things they've always wanted to do, or people that they've always wanted to connect with, and feeling like they're hanging out with the wrong kind of people, or working at the wrong kind of job, or putting their energy and effort into things that don't really help them grow or really interest them. And they're getting over that little underlying sadness that was always there, that was kind of like, oh, I wasted so much time, I wasted so much energy. And it's like, you know what, no, I learned a lot of things from that. This might help me, these skill sets, or these people might help me in some way that I don't know in the future, and I'm okay with it. You know, what happened happened, and I can only focus on now and the future. And so the masses are really coming into terms of making like calls, is doing things, saying that they're going to do things and doing it instead of feeling sad about not doing them before. Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. So for their headspace, we have the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and then the Nine of Cups in reverse, clarified with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like, yeah, the divine masculines are kind of being pushed right now by the divine to just do things, just to say yes. Like, kind of just take opportunities, grab them, and see if they work out, you know? It's kind of one of those things that, like, you know, when you're, like, kind of in a rut and you, like, are sad all the time and you just keep saying no to all these plans and, like, opportunities that come up, or this job opportunity, hanging out with your friends, seeing your family, and, like, you just keep saying no, no, no. The divine is kind of pushing the masculines to just say yes, 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 and just kind of trying to just enact on ideas. Like, oh, you've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar? Pick it up. You know, turn on a YouTube channel and, like, teach yourself. Or you've always wanted to go hiking in this spot that's going to be like a road trip. Plan it. Pack your things. Go on that hike. Finally do it, you know? It's like and with their twin flame, it's like it's like they have to go after their wish now. It's like their wish was granted. They met someone that is very compatible to them, that can help them grow, that is interesting, that is everything that they wanted in terms of their spiritual growth and their spiritual path, to push them along, even if it's just in a friendship manner at first, or just to have communication with the twin, or, you know, if you guys are in communication, to be a little bit more romantic, or, you know, work on a project together, you know, whatever you've been focusing on, the other thing. So it's like this, your wish was granted, divine masses. You found someone that is very compatible with you, but it's now up to you to meet that wish halfway, you know? Like, maybe act on a thought or an idea, or, you know, something spur of the moment. I feel like the divine masculines want something back from the divine feminine, or, you know, this is going to be also in terms of want something back from the universe, their higher selves, or spirit guides, which is spiritual growth. So they want some sort of, this is kind of like the next lesson. Like, what else do I need to do? What else? How else can I grow? How else can I be a better person? How else can I go after something that I love? Like, what's my next step? What do I do? And so that's why they're kind of calling in the divine feminine, and the divine is kind of like, you come towards the divine feminine too. Like, meet up so you can figure out how you can push each other to be better, how you can move each other along this spiritual path, this twin flame path. Interesting. That's that's funny, because when they're in the physical space, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the Death cards, and these two together, the slowest moving knights, both of them. So slow, so very slow, but they will get there. They definitely always get there. And that's why we have the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles on the divine feminine's physical space. So it's like the divine feminine are, I feel like they feel like they don't have to take the lead in the spiritual path anymore. Like, you know, usually the divine feminine usually goes in a little bit, first, it goes into like a hermit mode kind of thing, works on themselves, and then divine masculines feel that, so they start working on themselves too. But I feel like the divine feminine is using that, her spiritual efforts and energy inward. So the divine feminines are focusing on their own individual spiritual growth, which is allowing the masculines and how they mirror each other physically go towards someone outside of themselves that they vibrate similarly with. Does that make sense? So because the divine feminines are focusing inward on their own individual spiritual growth, the divine masculines feel like they've done enough that work to now, that they want more. They want to know what the next thing is. So they're being physically attracted to the feminine in the physical, slowly but surely, in order to become a better version of themselves. The next, divine masculines 2.0, like we already had that. The divine masculines went through this whole new, like, this is me now. I'm putting the last me behind. The divine feminines too. Both the divine feminine and masculine feeling like they're a new person now. But now the divine masculines are seeking out the feminine in order to start this new spiritual lesson, this new spiritual cycle, to find out what's next. The divine feminine is going inward to do that. It's crazy how it mirrors so well, which is probably why we got the 1111 card, because there's some sort of there's some sort of magnetism going on right now. It's like very synchronized. I feel like both the twin flames are focusing on what they need to so strongly that they're actually coming together very strongly energetically or in the physical. Yeah, it's a very good chance that you'll come together without knowing it, energetically or physically. You'll have like a really strong dream, you'll feel them energetically around you, or you actually might unexpectedly bump into them in one way or another. Something goes right. Something goes right this week that just propels the twin flames. We have the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess in reverse for the general energies. I feel like a lot of twin flames communicate something that is like planning for the future right now. Planning for their own individual future, and not realizing that they're making plans for, coming together in the future if you're not in communication. But if you are in communication or even in a relationship with your twin, making plans for the future together. Not knowing how it might turn out, but knowing that they're working towards something worth doing. Okay, and what's going on for the first half of January? Success. Both twin flames receive some sort of, I don't like to say reward, but it's kind of like you see your efforts in some sort of physical, tangible way. You see physical results for the efforts you put in with your spiritual lessons. I just feel like whatever you've been working on, you've been doing the work, and right now, since it's like January, the first month of the year, I feel like a lot of twins are doing that work. Whatever you decide to do for yourself, you're seeing results of it profoundly. Like, if you decide to cut out certain things in your diet, your health improves dramatically. If you decide to go after something you're passionate about in terms of your job or career, you see positive abundance in your finances or your perks or some other thing. Like if you've been trying to move into another home, but you've been helping others with their homes and in charity, you see that come through with an improvement in your home life, in your living situation. It's just whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been putting your heart and soul into, just this month that you just started, as you felt like, oh, this is a new year, I'm going to do this, and you do it, you see results of it right away. Within a few weeks, I'm seeing. So Divine Feminines, we have the Fool card twice, and the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, with the Queen of Cups here, right next to the King of Cups. This is very interesting. I'm just going to give a quick update kind of situation, since it can go really into this. But basically, the Divine Masculines have a Ten of Pentacles here too. They are working together physically better with their team members, with their friends, with their family, in terms of improving their life. They are starting to work with the right people, I'm getting. The right communities. They might be tapping into the Twin Flame community, or more spiritual community, or more scientific or red pill communities, more and doing that kind of work. The Divine Feminines, they're nurturing, they're healing, they're helping, they're going within. They're not letting too many physical things outside of them influence their strong spirituality at this time, which is leading to the Fool. Clarify the Fool again. I mean, I feel like in the second week to the second half of January, this work that you initiated is going to explode into this like new life. Because the Divine Feminine is not resting anymore. They're going out, they're learning what they need to do, and they're doing it, taking the first step. And I feel like they're visualizing, they're manifesting, like you're putting it away. It's like the way you manifest is, right, you think of what you want, as much detail as you want. Maybe have a vision board or something, but you put it up and then you put it away, and it's like there to see once in a while, or it's there to read for you once in a while. But like you plant the seeds, and the Divine Feminines have planted seeds, and now you're doing the work, and you're like, you put those manifestations, you made them and you put them aside. You planted the seeds for this year, for this season, for this next couple of months. And the Divine Masculines, feeling like they have the Queen on their side. So I feel like they are becoming successful, but they now want someone to share this with. Not feeling regretful for leaving. I was saying the Divine Masculines were leaving someone that was kind of had a lot of feminine energy behind. They're okay with leaving that feminine energy behind for the sake of their Divine Feminine, and feeling like they want them around for even things like, having a home with, spending time with, sharing their heart with. And Divine Masculines are also looking forward to building more security, and it doesn't have to be in terms of love, but building security for allowing in something of more significance in their life, love of more significance in their life. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope you stay with me mostly in the moment, and I love you. I wish you much love and light.